Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Berean TV. I want to talk about some comments that I've been getting coming in, and they're more frequent. So I want to address this thing right here. Somebody said on Berean, you don't even understand the depths of the Bible. You dumb Christians don't know how deep this thing is. This thing is about the melanated people, and we are children of the sun. You know, children of the sun, Masons, the sun has kissed us. I wanna discuss a few things, but I'm gonna first talk about that statement, you dumb Christians. Christianity is one of the first major religions. Matter of fact, it is the first major religion that was opened up to people of all socioeconomical backgrounds. What do I mean by that? I often say in videos, you're not a student of sociology. You're not a true student if you say all cops are wicked. You're not. That's nothing. That's not scientific. All cops are wicked. All Asians are smart. All black girls have big behinds. I've said this in numerous videos. And I have another video dealing with melanin. Y'all Google that, the melanin theory. That's Dr. Francis and Leonard Jeffries, Naeem Akbar, and all of them back in the days. A lot of people believe that melanin is the key. Melanin is the key to true humanity. And the white man that came out the Caucasus Mountains of Europe crawling on all four, he has no melanin. How are we going to get on that? We're going to get on that, and I'm going to explain some stuff. But I want to get onto that, all you dumb Christians. You have Christians as housewives, Christians as police officers, or you Christians as astrophysicists. You have Christians on all different levels. You're not really a sharp person if you attempt to tell me that all Christians are dumb. That's just like using all for anything. Like I said, all police officers are wicked. It just doesn't make any sense. And it's six statements. These are key things that believers have to look for when people say certain things. There's key things I look for when people say, I read the whole Bible. Okay, well, they love to say that to make it sound like they're authority on the scripture. When they say all, or one scholar said, or when they start saying certain things, you got to keep an eye on them. So I want to talk about melanation and the sun. A lot of people that get in contact with me, they don't seem to really have a good understanding about melanin. I'm not a scientist. I like people to speak that's in their specific field, so I'd like to see what the scientists have to say. But the theory is in the conscious community is that black people have melanin, plants and other things have melanin, but the white man don't have no melanin, and that proves that the white man is wicked. On top of slavery and some other stuff, they mix that together and they act like they're coming and they're bringing us something. At least that's how they approach me when they come and, and make their comments or send me the slick emails and everything. And I want to talk a little bit about that because there's some things I share with people in Sunday seminary. When you start dealing with racial issues, that really has no place in science or true scholarship. This is a lot of where the madness comes in. First of all, when you start telling people, making statements like, you talk about melanin, so you act like you're coming scientifically and you act like you're coming with the newest scientific knowledge. One, you make a mistake because a lot of people email me and say white people have no melanin. Asians have a little bit, but blacks have the most, and that's why we're the most spiritual, because the sun has kissed us and we're closer to the sun, and the white man is the wicked devil because he gets skin cancer. Young Pharaoh, everybody's using that. Everybody uses it. They don't know where this come from. But going with that logic, that stream of logic, there are diseases that black people are prone to. And some of it have to do with lack of vitamin D, the sun, when you deal with pancreatic cancer and all this stuff. There's a lot of things that attack black people. Y'all can bring up the skin cancer and the UV rays and white people need suntan lotion and all of that. But if you go with the same line of reasoning, there are white people that say that blacks are inferior intellectually. They're inferior physically. They're inferior because of A, B, C, and D, and they'll bring up certain arguments about diseases and other things. How many people have won the Nobel Peace Prize? How many black scientists there are? And they'll use that to attempt to say that white people are automatically smarter. It's the same argument. British Israelism and the European racists, black people that's involved in this black movement. Let's just say the black movement, the whole quote unquote conscious movement. The white man is the devil. I'm gonna tell y'all what the old folk used to say because we just have to. We have to. I'm gonna remix what Mama and them used to say back in the days. Back in the days, what the prophets taught. That sun worship. When y'all start getting into this melanin in the sun, y'all are sun worshipers, and there's a spirit behind the sun. Forget that there were two levels of mysteries back in the days. There was one level for the regular physical people to look at the sun, and there was a higher level that the priests dealt with. That there was a spirit behind the sun. You people say statements like, your God is a sun and a shield. It's even in the Bible, you dumb Christians. The white man is the devil. The mark of the white man is 666. 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. Don't y'all even know the science behind the book? And all of that stuff sound good, but I've built with some people. I built with the gods, the Rosicrucians, the mystics, and I've been with Mama and them full of the Holy Ghost. I done been praying with them folk, and most of all, I have studied the word and spent time in communion with the everlasting God. And he's revealed some things to me. He tell me some of the stuff y'all do is foolishness. And it's built on pseudoscience. White people do have melanin. Oh, I know that's going to hurt you. But research means to go back and check again and go over and go over and go over. I was talking to my man yesterday. Now we've been talking for a minute, but until I went down, I'm talking about my man Dr. E, Pastor Danny Epiphany Church. I was talking to him yesterday, and Pastor Jerome. We were back and forth in the text, and we used to talk, but there's certain things that I didn't start asking him until I got down there and I saw his library. Because I often tell people I read a lot. People think because I'm a Christian, I'm just spooked out with this book, and I'm not. My book game's a little bit heavy. But I can't lie. I went to Pastor E office and I saw his book game. That's a laboratory. It's not a regular. It's not. He don't have a library. It's a laboratory. He in there cooking it up. He got that stuff. So now I see the level of his book game. I see where he is and what he's doing. So now I'm not going to play with him. He my people, but I'm not going to play with him. So I asked, I said, well, what about the Hebrews and Abraham and the race of Abraham and Abraham being a black man? He said, man, he said, we can get in trouble. We can get ourselves in trouble by attempting to do that. And he said he said something interesting. He said, man, into all actuality, it's going to be like Europeans have done, trying to make everybody black back in the Bible, trying to make everybody black is going to come back and bite them like it did European scholars. European iconographers and everybody else, they've made everybody white. Abraham, Sodom, Gomorrah, the Mormons did it, Jehovah Witnesses do it, Catholic Church, Nero, everybody's white. Everybody is white, from Nimrod to Abraham, God and the angels, Lucifer and the cherub Michael and Raphael, everybody's white. And it's coming back to bite them right now. And he said the same thing when we start dealing. I was speaking specifically with the Israelites, but a lot of people in the black conscious community want to make everybody black. Cleopatra is not a black African. Y'all want to make Plato and Socrates and everybody's black. Everybody is black, and you just can't do it. So a lot of this melanin mess that y'all talking about, y'all are pseudoscientific with it. That means pseudo means false in the Greek. Y'all are not deeply, and y'all would say one thing that do make sense, that is scientific, then y'all jump into pseudoscience. I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told them in Sunday seminary, when you deal with racism, to perpetuate racism and different crazy things, you need pseudoscience and you need pseudo history. A big head black scientist blew up the planet and invented the white man, and he was in the Caucasus Mountain crawling on all fours, and Yaku on the Isle of Patmos, and he engrafted the Asiatic black man. This is racism at its best. But it's based on a pseudo-history. It's based on a pseudo-science when you say white people have no melanin and they're weak and wicked because of the color of their skin. Oh, their actions show it. Did you see what that cop did to the black man? Yes, that's an instant. Yes, that is. And that is a true fact, but that's emotional scholarship. You can't drag me to that and then turn around and tell me that all white people are wicked devils and all black people are pure because we're darker hue and the melanin and the sun have connected with us and we're a holy people. No, y'all are ancient sun worshipers. Read Ezekiel 8. You don't have to worship the sun, the moon, and the stars. But like the priest in Egypt, the priest in Babylon, they always gave y'all weak, lower people a symbol. That's how come people need signs and crosses and unks and stones and Dickabees and Marys and all type. Y'all need everything. But that's for people that's spiritually low and intellectually on a lower level. Oh, people ain't gonna like that. You don't need all these stones and rubies and rocks and running around Mecca and pelting stones at the devil. And y'all don't need all of this stuff. Are the symbols? Absolutely sure they're symbols. We definitely have some symbols, but y'all don't need a lot of this stuff. And y'all are doing something what's so hurtful. A lot of y'all black people, instead of getting with your European counterparts, a lot of y'all are stealing stuff and coming back and acting like it's some black stuff. We got this. But a lot of y'all, I'm exposing it in Sunday seminary, a lot of y'all are obsessed with David Icke, Bill Donahue, and the esoteric Rosicrucian beliefs. Y'all picked that up. The allegorical thought, Manly P. Hall, 33rd degree, secret teachings of all ages, secret destiny of America. Y'all are obsessed with Helen Blavatsky, and y'all will use those white folk and come back and not give them the credit or say it came from Egypt originally, and y'all are teaching what we call black magic. Oh, you got to understand, you dumb Christians, of 666. Y'all don't understand the science of the book. Y'all are funny with it. Y'all are funny with it, but all of y'all are. Actually, y'all are just racism, and y'all are perpetuating the same thing that Europeans have done. They weren't even European scholars. European racists have done it, and now y'all are doing it. You don't understand the melanin in the third eye. We discussed that in Sunday seminary in the advanced class. We spoke about, right now we're teaching on esoteric Christianity. We spoke about the pineal gland, melanin in the skin, and the power of the sun. We discussed all these things, but what's so scary is y'all are picking up something, but y'all don't know white folk are practicing the same thing. Astral traveling. Oh, I left. Y'all don't understand. And I went up there and I seen Amun Ra, Osiris, and I traveled in my third eye. I went out there because I eat the right stuff. And I'm gonna talk about Nature Boy too. I'm gonna talk about Nature Boy, the master teachers in the conscious community. Nature Boy really recently had a video come out about he's making love and then his son grabbed his penis, and I don't know if he pulled down the video, but y'all could go check that out. Y'all shout out to Nature Boy. Y'all can go check that out. But these are cult leaders. What do Nature Boy, Young Pharaoh, and David Icke and Jordan Maxwell have in common? They all said they then came in contact with the aliens, the beings, the spirits, whoever they are from another dimension. And now all of them are teaching a certain doctrine. Don't think because Young Pharaoh ain't quoting no books that he's not getting it from somewhere. Don't think that because Nature Boy ain't quoting no books, this stuff is just downloaded coming to him. He's getting this stuff off of YouTube and the internet, and a good bit of the stuff he's getting from white folk, but they just put a twist on it. So him and certain other people, they like the new Dr. York. And then turn around. Listen. I'm going to tell you black folks something right now. Y'all stop astral traveling, messing with that ayahuasca, smoking that loud, and start thinking crazy stuff about these white people, and y'all are traveling and meeting beings on another planet. Stop it. Smith in the Mormon church, them mystics was doing that. Them Freemasons and mystics that started that Mormon church, them white folk was doing that too. This is all madness. This is what we call coming in contact with those other beings, and they spooking y'all out. We don't worship the sun. Modern science have shown that the sun came from somewhere. Now, how was it developed? How did the universe come about? The universe did have a beginning. Modern science teach you people that. So why would I worship the sun? Oh, the energies that come from the sun. Why would I worship the thing when that thing is created? Now, can we live without the sun? No, we can't live without the sun. That don't mean I'm a sun worshiper. This is where y'all get the thing a little bit of twisted. Y'all are worshiping the sun now, and all y'all doing is a new twist on ancient sun worship. And ancient sun worship has always been the worship that the true and the living God, the Most High God, have had beef with. He brought Abraham and the Queen of Sheba. He brought them people out of pagan worship, worshiping the sun, the moon, and the stars. Prophet Muhammad people and all these folk were sun worshipers, star gazers. All these people were involved in that. But slowly God started calling the people out. That's when we start dealing with Israel. That's a chosen people. When we start seeing Abraham and Genesis 12, that's him just calling the people out of ancient paganism. So do we have creation stories? Do we have other stories from other people? Yes, but he began to call them out and show them different things. That's a whole nother class right there. Black people, stop it. Stop it. We got a lot going on in our community. Y'all stop getting up there, smoking that stuff, talking that stuff. Stop running around here following cats like Nature Boy, telling you don't take no bath. They couldn't get on the plane because they were smelling. Y'all got to stop this. Y'all getting so spooked out, so mystical. Y'all don't want to take a bath. You want to lay on the ground. They did that 2,000 years ago because they didn't have inside bathroom and inside shower. My grandma, she had to go down to the river and wash the pots. Y'all don't have to do that no more. Stop the madness, and y'all hiding behind science, but it's real pseudoscience, and it sounds good. It sounds good. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. My name is Brother Barine. If you like what you heard.